everybody. Sorry I'm slightly late. I had to quickly gather some information. Today was research day for my apartment, which is ridiculous because nothing really changes. And I'm going to be very, very sore walking over to the next building to do this. So, um, otherwise, this is going to be a short video, and because I need to get ready for all this stuff and everything. Of course, this doesn't occur until later this afternoon. Well, at least the National Weather Service gives a warning on pollen, and today's is trees. Like your cottonwoods and so many other trees that cause pollen issues. Mostly with me, it's cottonwoods. Um, so I'm fighting a cough from it. Um, you know how that goes. Anyway, as you know, Governor Newsom is slapping Trump so hard, it's not even funny. Trump is so stupid, and even Stephen Miller is so stupid. Stephen Miller didn't even bother to read the law. He's in trouble too, by the way. And that guy, both him and Trump, should be in jail. They should be in prison, both of them. Matter of fact, the whole MAGA rat and those that support him should be in jail. Because why are they supporting Trump? What's the reason? Are they working to be president through Trump? Probably. But they're not duly elected. Okay? So I'm really pissed. I'm pissed at Trump. I am pissed at the Army. I'm pissed at the Marines. Guys, you followed an oath. It's called protecting the people of this country. You don't follow what Trump says. What he put out was illegal. So what part of illegal you don't understand? And the general of the Marines better tell Trump, no, but hell no, it's not going to happen. Matter of fact, you know what? I think that punishment to Trump is cancel his parade. Cancel it, put the roads back where they were, and cancel the damn parade. If they want a parade, they could use the Marines and the armed forces to do just walk on the street because they're lighter. No equipment, no tanks, no nothing. Frankly, I would love to see Trump being chased by a tank. But anyway, that's my feeling on this. The other thing too, ICE is now, what Bondi had admitted, that ICE is now made up. Well, pretty soon they're going to find themselves in real hurt on that. Because felon 47 and Miller should be in prison for it because they broke the law. Federal law. It's on the books. And they can't change it. ICE needs to be shut down. They're made up mostly of January 6th convicted felons. And they said, well, they were pardoned by Trump. Well, so what? They're still convicted. And need to be shut down, and they need to be put back in prison. What they're doing is wrong as well. They need to be shut down and not used at all. And the Marines, in protest, they need to say to their commanding officers, sorry, sirs, we're going home. This is unlawful. This is uncalled for. And you do the hell whatever you want. If you want to do it yourself. Because the Marines need to question Trump's order. Really look at it. See what it really says. Don't follow what Stephen Miller or the Pentagon said. The Pentagon needs to wake up and start following the law because they're supposed to take the oath too. So Marines, National Guard, just go home, protest that way, and say no, we're not doing this. These guys are doing it peacefully. They're doing their jobs peacefully, and we will not interrupt and we will not arrest. I mean, do really peaceful protests that way by action. People say, well, they get them into trouble. So, they should not follow the order. If my dad was alive, he was a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force and saw this. He said they should have gone up the chain of command and said no, but hell no. In many ways, I wish our generals that we had, like Chevronelli, he would have told Trump no. He said, he would have said, no, it's not going to happen. Okay? And also, hey Trump, by the way, you're a taco. Nobody likes him. Nobody wants him. And I read on the news, through Facebook on the news, several news organizations are not going to cover the parade. And probably the only ones that cover is some of the right wing or the radical right wing news organizations. They're kind of tiny, you know. I don't think Fox is going to cover it. Because in some areas in the sports world, it's getting closer and closer to playoff time. So they got a job to do too. And my advice to everyone, don't be afraid. Be pissed. Be mad. Put them in their place. Remind them that they work for you, not for Taco Trump. Because this is stupid. And I'm tired of the distractions. I'm tired of his petty little schoolyard bullying that he's doing. And I agree with Governor Newsom on this. And in many ways, I wish Governor Newsom was our president. Because if he was, none of this would be happening. He would, if right now, if Trump was instantly replaced, removed from office, sent to prison, Stephen Miller sent to prison, all those that condone what Trump is doing should be sent to jail and prison and then tried with due process. Then, if Trump still acts up and stay in jail to him, well, I guess you're not going to get due process. He goes, what did that mean? It means that you're getting a fair trial. And most dictators did not get a fair trial. They were basically removed very quickly. So Trump needs to be reminded what happened to dictators when they run roughshod over their own people. Look what happened in Yugoslavia in 1989, just as the Iron Curtain was falling. And look what happened after World War II, and Mussolini got word that one other dictator got done in. And of course, at that time, Hitler Hitler saw the same thing, and he was trying to escape, and of course he couldn't escape. He was surrounded. But, and of course Hitler saved us all the trouble of having to do a trial. But Mussolini, he got done in by his own people. Sure, they used the due process, but they already had records on him. And Mussolini should not have done what he done. Because if he didn't do what he done, he would be alive. Well, he'd be dead now, but he'd be alive back then. But he was stubborn in the head, did not want to listen to anybody or anything. He felt that he could walk over anybody. Even his own daughter said her father sometimes didn't listen. And it was wrong. So, and yes, Trump is a taco. He was threatening to arrest Gov Newsom, and guess what? He backpedaled. He said, "Oh, we didn't say that." Well, it was already recorded. And Congress needs to build a backbone. They need to build a spine and remove Trump from office. Do it now. Don't sit there and drag your feet. Take off the damn kid gloves and go after him. Because we remember, those of us were back then in 1973, do you remember when Nixon was trying to do stuff like this? You know what happened? Some of you may remember, some of you may not remember, and some of you were not even born yet. That's what happened. Nixon was trying to do the same thing. He was trying to squash free speech. And at that time, the legacy networks fired back at him. They told him, "We will not be silent if we tell the truth." This is the legacy back then. This is what the media legacy was doing back then. They stood up for people and democracy and freedom of speech. But right now, they're being bullied by Trump, and so they decided to placate him. Well, that's wrong. You guys should have stood up to him and tell him no, but hell no. We are beholden to the people of the United States, and we give proper truth and proper news. And that's what should be happening. The only one that's doing it right now is Midas Touch. They're the guys that are putting out the truth and digging and have good contacts and everything. This is what they're doing. So, anyway, again, Trump is a taco, and the arrest never happened. Because California has a very strict protection protocol for the governor. They won't allow this to happen. Hey, Dorothy. Hi. How are things in Florida? And also, don't be afraid. Be pissed. Not only just get mad, but also get even. And with all of us together standing up to Trump, we outnumber him, guys. We really outnumber him. We outnumber the MAGAs. They don't have a leg to stand on. When you confront them, they will back down. They'll run away. Like Trump will run away. Any bully will run away when they're being confronted. This is what Governor Newsom has said. Bullies will run. And I agree with him on that. And I hope my new governor, Ferguson, has a very strong spine and says, no, you don't use Marines and you don't use my National Guards up here. It's not going to happen. Matter of fact, I think all 50 states should confront Trump and say no, but hell no. Not going to happen. You're not going to use Marines. You're not going to use the Army. And you just need to knock it off. This is stupid. Oh, and Trump was trying to say, well, June 14th is Flag Day and honoring the flag and everything else, where previously he said it was all, basically all about him. You know how that goes. Well, yes, it's Flag Day. Sorry. Well, let's see. Dorothy, it is 64 degrees up here in Western Washington. We did have a heat wave over the weekend, and so it's cooled off quite a bit now. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I will see you on Friday, as always, at 1 o'clock. And I'll try not to be late. I'll try to be on time or slightly earlier. So anyway, guys, keep together. Be sure to persist and push back hard against Trump, and tell him that he's fired. You need to be told that to his face. He's fired. He had done nothing for this country except cause problems, and he needs to stop doing the problems. So anyway, I will post this on my YouTube channel. Be sure to share. I don't mind you sharing. And of course, Nancy's my moderator on my YouTube channel. And so if you see any negative comments or disinformation out there, put them in their place. People need to be educated. Good majority of them. So anyway, I will see you later. Take care. Stay safe. Again, persist, insist, and push back. Hard. Okay? Love you guys. Bye-bye. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next Friday.